So good afternoon and welcome to Stars on MOYC. Yes, this is Stars on MOYC, yet another wonderful Saturday afternoon, and here I am, your very own VJV. That's right, it's VJV. Oh, you can do it yourself and figure it out. It's VJV, right? And yes, today as well, we have a star on Music of Your Choice, which is really exciting because from last couple of weeks or so, we've had star-studded Music of Your Choice, which is great, and I'm super excited about this because I have a beautiful, beautiful guest in the house today. And कसरी सुरु गरौँ किनभने तपाईहरुले म चाहिँ पादै भन्ने गर्छु हैन सुरुमै उहाँले मलाई सोध्नुभयो कस्तो क्वेशन हुन्छ भनेर म पनि एकछिन त सोचे भएको छु कस्तो क्वेशन हुन्छ भनेर किनभने that's how I am. You guys know how I am, right? So I'm really not sure how the conversation is going to go, but then I'm really sure that it's going to be super exciting भन्ने कुरामा चाहिँ के सोच्छु भने चाहिँ थाहा छैन because उहाँलाई हेर्न साथ स्टार struck भइसकेँ म and there's this beautiful lady. पहिले त वाइड गरौँ त्यसपछि म इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्छु. वाइडमा जाउँ शिवानी वाइडमा जाउँ. Yes, she's there. हाम्रो वाइड क्यामेरा थियो and she is Miss Nepal Universe 2020 Anshika Sharma, that's how we say it. Yes, Anshika Sharma, I'm sorry about that. Anshika, it's a very bright color.
Thank you.
Just like the personality that you have, very bright.
Thank you so much. I wanted to try this VJV.
Yeah, that's
Thank you for inviting me to the show.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this. So I'm thinking maybe we should start up from your childhood. How were you as a kid?
As a kid, if I go back and remember young Anshika, I would remember someone who is very studious, someone who would like to be seen, and also perform at every events that is hosted by the school, or also perform in the district level competitions. I was into dancing, so apart from my studies, I was also into dancing. So if I remember young Anshika, I would remember those two things.
Okay, so Anshika, what was your favorite toy?
Oh, I never played any toys really? Actually. No, maybe Barbies.
Barbie doll?
Yeah, I was talking about it. So Barbies, I think, yeah.
Okay.
I love playing with their hair, and I have been a very fashionable person since my childhood. So dressing them up was one of my.
So त्यो बेलामा लाग्यो थियो होला कहिलेकाहीँ maybe someday I'll be just like a Barbie doll. No, this is a very weird question.
No, not at all. Sanuma, I think this the type of thoughts आउँदैन थियो होला. But if you're trying to talk about pageants, I've always been into pageants. Since my early teens, I wanted to do pageants, and finally I'm here.
How were you as a student then?
I was, as I said, I was very studious. Percentage को पछि लाग्ने खालको student हुन्छ नि. So always wanted to cross 90%. त्यतिखेरको सोच नि अब if you are smart, you have to get percentage type को थियो नि त. So एकदम studious.
Oh, okay. अनि सबभन्दा best subject के थियो अनि सबभन्दा नमन पर्ने subject चाहिँ कुनै थियो कि थिएन?
Maths was my favorite subject.
Nothing like me. अघिदेखि सोचिरहेको छु एकदम पढ्ने विद्यार्थी हिसाब मन पर्ने. My God, I don't think यहाँसम्म त म कुनै पनि resemblance देखेको छैन मैले. Anyways,
यस्तो हुन्छ के म्याथ्स किन मन पर्ने भन्दाखेरि मलाई त्यो एकदमै बाई हार्ट गर्नुपर्छ नि त. हाम्रो नेपाली स्कुलमा चाहिँ एकदम बाई हार्ट गरेर पढ्नुपर्ने. मलाई चाहिँ खासै त्यसमा इन्ट्रेस्ट थिएन. म्याथ्स चाहिँ आफ्नै दिमाग लगाएर पढ्न सक्ने थियो, त्यही भएर म्याथ्स नै आई लाइक इट. अहिले पनि if you ask me what is your favorite subject, I would say statistics or maths. त्यस्तै मन पर्छ मलाई त.
कस्तो भारी भइसक्यो. I'll tell you a story. मलाई भित्रबाट भन्ने गर्छन् इन्टरभ्यु तिमीले ल्याऊ कि तिमीले दिएको हो भनेर हैन. मलाई एउटा स्टोरी भन्नु मन लाग्यो किन त्यसपछि मेरो प्रश्न आउँछ हैन त्यससँग जोडेर. हामी सबैको इम्बारेसिङ हुन्छ. मैले हुन त यो भनेको छैन होला अनियर भन्दैछु आज बर्बाद हुन्छ मेरो पेरेन्ट्सले हेरेको भएदेखि. So the most embarrassing thing was like because you're such a studious student हैन, म चाहिँ सधैँ फेल हुन्थेँ हैन. अनि मैले क्लास 1 मा रिपोर्ट कार्ड दिएपछि मैले पेरेन्ट्सलाई साइन गराउनु पर्थ्यो हैन. अनि त्यसपछि मैले साइन आफ्नै ड्याडको साइन गरेर लिएर गएँ हैन. अनि टिचरलाई दिएँ हेरिवरिकन 1 क्लासमा है. टिचरले सोध्नु भयो अनि मैले घरमा पेन थिएन पेन्सिल मात्रै थियो अनि पेन्सिल सकिया थियो भने होइन सो द्याट वाज वान अफ द मोस्ट इम्बारेसिङ मोमेन्ट फर मी होइन एज अ किड डु यु रिमेम्बर एनी इम्बारेसिङ मोमेन्ट द्याट यु बिन थ्रु
Not on top of my head, but I was a very tall girl since a very young age. I was like 5'7" when I was early teens, 12, 13 May. So embarrassing भन्दा पनि मलाई त्यो डान्सको बिचमा राखेन भने चाहिँ अलिकति मलाई किन राखेन टाइपको हुन्थ्यो के सो एकचोटि चाहिँ मैले डान्स टिचरलाई नै गरेर प्लिज मलाई राखिदिनु न बिचमा म राम्रो डान्स गर्छु भनेर भनेको थिएँ maybe not embarrassing but that's on the top of my head now.
It took a lot of guts to say that I guess when you were a kid I know and like la when it makes sense yeah I can understand. So dance को तो कुरा आयो हैन अब स्टुडियो अलिकति सानै छ अनि it's smaller than you are. I know you're very tall. How tall are you actually?
I'm 177 centimeters. So inches ma चाहिँ feet inches ma चाहिँ 5 feet 9.5 inches.
ए म अब when you leave म बसिनै रहन्छु. अघि पनि
picture together.
बसेर नि है. खास के भयो भने अघि उहाँ she came and then I was sitting because मेरो माइक साइक थियो अनि मैले भनेको थिएँ मेरो माइक साइकसम्म उठ्न मिल्दैन ल भनेर अब त झन् उठ्नै मिल्दैन सुनेपछि त अब म त बसेको बसै हुन्छु. So okay where did you grow up as girl आफ्नो टोल छर छिमेकको कहाँनिर where do you काठमाडौँमा हुँदाखेरि स्कुल लाइफमा कस्तो थियो how was life when growing up your friends your family कस्तो थियो?
So most of my childhood I grew up in Kathmandu,
right?
But for a year I stayed in Biratnagar and another year stayed in Thangari.
Okay.
So Mechi dekhi Mahakali ma baseko experience.
Okay.
My father used to work. He used to travel because of work. So we used to follow him as well. Ali bachche हुँदाखेरि. But काठमाडौँमा हुँदा चाहिँ बुवा घरमा त्यति आउनु हुँदैन थियो उहाँ परपरै बस्नुहुन्थ्यो भने डिफ्रेन्ट डिस्ट्रिक्ट्समा बस्नुहुन्थ्यो सो म र दिदी मात्र बस्थ्यौँ सानोमा चाहिँ सो एकदमै रमाइलो नै हुन्थ्यो राति परेपछि सिरियल हेर्नुपर्ने मम्मीसँग बसेर एक्जामको बेला पढ्नुपर्ने अहिले सम्झिँदा चाहिँ त्यही नै सम्झिन्छु.
So अघि डान्सको कुराबाट म फेरि हुर्किया बढाउँ गएँ सो आई गेट अल ओभर द प्लेस है म स्पिल ओभर हुन्छु मेरो दिमागमा एउटा भइरहेको हुन्छ मुखबाट अर्को क्वेसन आइरहेको हुन्छ अनफर्चुनेटली. Would anyone ever see you or hear you singing in bathroom?
Myself.
Oh yeah. Would you ever get caught doing that? I mean to say.
Not caught, but my parents know that I sing whenever I do things. My friends know, but I'm not going to sing.
We know too. We know too. We know too now. I'll give you a very easy one. Come on, which is that song that defines life for you? Oh my God, this is so philosophical, but
wow.
still.
Never thought about कुनै songs in that मेरो life को बारेमा भनेर. No, I can't recall any songs.
Okay.
तर मेरो favorite song अहिले चाहिँ यो फुलबुट्टे सारी भन्ने छ नि. Unfortunately मलाई सुन्न मात्रै रमाइलो लाग्छ.
हामी बिचा बजाइदिन्छौँ अहिले त्यो गीत होइन अनि त्यसपछि हामी दुई टुक्रा सुनाउला पनि म यहाँ चाहिँ बोलाएर बस्छु you can watch the song you can learn the song and then we will hear you sing. Okay, so अघि भर्खरै मैले I just quickly went through whatever I could get on the net on you so and it sounded really interesting. Sales analyst and what is that sales analyst when I hear?
Sales analyst भनेको चाहिँ sales data हरुलाई analyze गर्ने.
Okay, again mathematics.
Maths नै आयो. I love analyzing data.
Right.
मैले युज गर्ने टुल्स भनेको चाहिँ it's called Power BI अनि त्यहाँ graphs and हुन्छ नि visualization एकदमै गर्नुपर्छ. Something that I enjoyed so much doing. I'm passionate about my job and I think I'll continue with that पनि future मा.
Okay, so that's what you were doing before you came to Nepal, right?
Yeah.
Sydney, how's life there? Because NIN भन्नु मिल्छ?
मिल्दैन. I'm citizen of Nepal.
Yeah, you're Nepal and you plan to stay like that. Nepali citizen,
yes.
Right? Hopefully. Okay, so how's life at Sydney?
Sydney is a very busy city.
Right.
काम हुन्थ्यो 9 to 5 office work. So बिहान 7 बजे निस्किनु पर्थ्यो to avoid traffic.
Right.
घर आएर पनि it's about cooking अनि दिनभरि के भयो recall गर्ने preparing for the next day. नेटफ्लिक्स अलिकति हेर्ने मौका चाहिँ पाउँथेँ
Okay.
त्यस्तै थियो अफिस गयो घर आयो नेटफ्लिक्स अनि विकेन्डको बेला चाहिँ घुम्न गयो बिचहरूतिर सिडनी इज भेरी फेमस अफ बिचेस बोन्डाई बिच म्यानली बिच त्यता गयो साथीभाइसँग भेट्यो त्यस्तै थियो सिडनीको लाइफ
Okay, so then अब उता बसिरहेको it's a bit difficult नि त pageant कै लागि I mean like we can so see it that you're very passionate about it since childhood देखि नै भन्ने कुराहरू आयो and if I'm not wrong Miss Oceania पनि you won the title as well I know.
I won the first runner-up title.
Okay, first runner-up title. So you've been into pageant a lot from your very school days, Naina. So when did you finally decide? Ki, okay, is it? I don't know how it worked for you. Like, did you quit your job to participate in Miss Universe, or were you just here in your holidays, or how was it?
I actually came for the pageant itself,
Oh,
so I
okay.
had to quit my job,
Right.
Which I do not regret at all now. I did not regret when I was competing as well.
Right.
So yeah, I had to do things from my end in Sydney to
Right.
come to Nepal. It was a challenging one, but definitely I am proud of my decision that I took to come to Nepal and participate.
Okay. म नगरेको चिज सोधौँ त ल गरेछ कि छैन I really don't know. Did you practice the losing face looking at mirror because maybe you did practice the winning face हैन जित्यो भने यस्तो भन्छु भनेर
No, I did not.
You
No,
did
it
not?
was all natural and very authentic. If you
Okay.
see my winning face,
Uh-huh.
you would see me cry all the time.
Okay, okay.
Because I remember all the challenges that I had
Right.
to face to traveling during this pandemic, coming
Right.
from Sydney to Nepal, and also I started remembering my supporters, my family. So I couldn't control my tears at all. So
Okay.
I did not practice my winning face, neither my losing face.
Okay.
It was all authentic.
Okay.
You should watch the video
I
actually.
will, I will, I will. Okay, we're gonna go and watch the song first because I'm super excited to hear this song in her voice. Phasyo भन्दैन ल मन but anyway we're gonna watch this song. Shivani, can you actually त्यो गीत हामीले yes full with this but we're gonna listen to the male version.
I love the male version.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go for it. Okay, yes, welcome back, and you're still watching Music of Your Choice with VJV, and of course, well, the camera, Mafi confused right now, so we're this camera right, and we are with Mr. Paul Universe, and that was her favorite song right there, and she's gonna sing 2 lines for us now.
Okay, I'm very bad at lyrics.
Uh-huh.
Such my lyrics sound so bigare
No problem.
Okay. फुल बुट्टे सारी सपक्क पारी पछौरी मलमलको कौसीमा बसी मन मेरो हलचल भो कान्छीको केस मैकोरी बाटी गइदिउ कि something
No, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Okay, maybe you can be a singer too. You can be a good performer. Dance pani, singing pani, beauty pageant pani. Well, okay.
Maths pani.
Thank you for maths pani, maths pani, definitely. So somewhere I read that you're a great advocate of education. What does that mean? I mean, like that was all it said. She believes or she claims to be a great advocate of education and go-getter. Something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I read, I think, right?
Yeah.
So would you want to elaborate on that?
I have always been, my purpose of my life, which I
Right.
found 2 years back, has been providing quality education to underprivileged children in rural Nepal. So in 2018, I collected a team to provide scholarship program to 10 underprivileged children in Jumla.
Wow.
So with this title as well, I want to work more on this field. Now that I have got the title and I have made so many experts in this area,
Right.
I've got to know that there are other problems that exist.
Right.
It's not just poverty,
Yeah.
which is restricting children to go to school. There are so many other reasons as well, other factors. For example, the mobility. Children in Nepal have to walk 1 or 2 hours just to go to the school.
True.
I think, and some more examples, girls child when they're menstruating, they drop out of school because there's no good facility of toilets and sanitary pads in school.
True.
So hearing all these, I think my, now my purpose would not only be to working towards the poverty of children, but also all these other factors which is hindering children to go to school. So that has
Very true.
been that is what I mean by being advocate of education.
Great. We wish you all the best on that one. And let's get to the other part, go-getter. So is there anything in life that you have desperately wanted so far and not got it?
No,
Okay,
haven't.
you've always got what you wanted.
I have always, because I plan on doing things that I can do.
Okay.
When I set my heart and mind into, I get that. So that's why I call myself go-getter.
Okay, Supergirl. Then let's get to the superhero part. So if fictitious कुनै characters could be a superhero or could be anyone, fictitious character, कुनै त्यो fictitious character लाई छुट्ट टिपेर लिएर आएर भेट्न पाउने भए, which is that character that you would want to meet होला अनि किन?
Okay, very cliched answer, but I would like to meet Genie because
Okay.
he grants wishes.
Uh-huh.
If I also get chance to become a superhero, I would love to be Genie as well, because what beautiful than giving wishes
Right.
to people and fulfilling their
Okay.
hopes and dreams.
What's your wish? One wish.
To win Miss Universe and get that crown for Nepal.
Okay, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
कस्तो भइरहेछ preparation?
It's going on. It has been a busy 2 weeks for me. I've already started my grooming classes with Bliss by Sakil Kumar. There I learn about makeup and hair, and also about my communication and speaking skills. I'll be starting soon with our very own comedian Seema Golcha. Other than that, I've been giving interviews, meeting personalities, and learning from them. I've also had a couple of photo shoots, which you can see on my Instagram if you follow me. Yeah. So that's my summary of past 2 weeks.
So you must have analyzed, because you're an analyst. हिसाब गरेर हैन, हिसाबै नगरेर पनि. I mean, like analysis भनेको नै सायद त्यही नै होला कि based on the historic data or the current data or त्यसमा extrapolate गरेर हामीले future यो हुन सक्छ भनेर भन्छौँ हैन, analysis to some extent, if I'm not wrong. So as per your analysis, where are the areas that we probably need to work? Not just you as an individual, but we've been doing relatively well in the past as far as international pageants are concerned, right? But then there's a long way to go. We all agree with that. So where do you think are the areas that we probably need to work on? How have you analyzed that?
Well, I agree that there have been women who are doing very well in pageants. If we take an example of Manita Devkota, 2018, she got into, it was the second year of Nepal in Miss Universe, and she placed in top 10. That is itself a huge achievement. What is what is not, where we lack is not our qualities or capabilities, but the support that we do not get from people that we expect. But this time I'm getting all my support from Brave Bold Beautiful organization under the leadership of Nagma Shrestha. And she's trying her best, doing her best to give all that is required from her end, and it is now my responsibility to do my best as well.
Yes, all the best. So when is it happening and where is it happening?
It is happening in US for sure, but it is not confirmed which month it will happen. So we are all guessing it will be mid this year, maybe May or June.
So what sort of support would you be looking for from the Nepali media as such, or individual general public? What sort of support are you looking for?
I would like to request all the Nepalese to start manifesting that we are winning the Miss Universe crown. And to do that, you will need to support me, love me for whatever action that I take, be it in my advocacy or even a small photo shoot. Just your love and your good comments would help me as well. So that is one thing. We do not have voting systems in Miss Universe platform, but your love and support, your prayers would definitely help me.
Yeah, that sort of reminded me of something else. यो पाल शायद मिस युनिभर्स पनि धेरै नै हाम्रो भर्चुअल प्लेटफर्ममै भयो हैन, फाइनल राउन्ड मात्रै. I don't know if I can call it hybrid or a little bit of virtual, a little bit of maybe physical होला हैन, थियो कि because I watched a little clip of it, but then I wasn't able to watch full. So how was the experience? Like, what were you expecting? Expectation versus reality, कतिको फरक थियो? Did you enjoy it? अथवा अलिकति खल्लोपन भयो कि कस्तो लाग्यो?
I actually did not expect anything. I wanted to go, with a free mind, open mind to gain as much of knowledge that I can from be it virtual pageant or the physical pageant. In virtual pageants, I got to meet a lot of personalities, a lot of motivators, which would not only help me in the pageant journey but also in my lifetime. Physical pageant was such fun. We all 18 contestants, we went to Marriott Hotel for close camp and we stayed there for 8 days before the finale. It was such a good experience, connecting with all the amazing, wonderful 18 women who are already excelling in their own fields. And also getting to learn about the organization more was something I was looking forward to, and I got on that close camp as well.
Right. I don't want to put you on a spot, difficult situation, but the question is so out of all those like top 18 or 10 or 5, your wish, if you had to pick 2 of your colleagues who were competing with you, who would you pick and why, in terms of not winning the pageant, but then that you strongly feel that these are the 2 individuals that would probably have a very lasting impact in the society in longer run, apart from you?
Throughout the competition, I had this mindset that I'm my own competitor.
Right.
Because when I looked at other girls, they all were amazing.
Of course.
I'm not in the position to choose anyone. And I had the same mindset during the competition as well.
Right.
I have heard this from a very close friend of mine that you should compare yourself. You should compare you with yourself, because you cannot compare the 80% of someone who has already become to 20% of what you want to be.
Sure.
So you are you, and you are your greatest power. And I've never
that is totally true, Anshika. My question is like, two people that you think will, not about this competition, but then impact points in life, man. When you meet people, you feel like, oh my God, this person is going to do something in life, or that this person is really strong. But we get impressed with our friends, right? We do. So those 2 people that you're really impressed with, and you feel that they're very strong and they would probably make an impact in the society in a longer run, or you feel that they would succeed really well. But leave the pageant aside, the friends that you've made in the pageant, but because those are the people that we would know as well. A lot of people who have followed the pageant. So any 2 of them that you feel like strong personalities who are there in pageant.
Okay, this is coming directly from my heart, bottom of my heart. I would say everyone.
Okay.
Because all the 18 of us, we all were, as I said earlier, we all were excelling in our own fields. We have had, such a inclusive batch of women. Be it, we also had a transgender woman competing. Her name is Angel Lama. She is a pioneer at the competition, being the first transgender women to compete at any beauty pageant in Nepal, right? So there were so many stories and so many things that the 18 women had already done. So I cannot really pick anyone at the moment.
I'll let you go.
I will pick myself and Angel.
Okay. So on that note, we'll go for a commercial break, and then when we come back, of course, we're still in conversation with Miss Nepal Universe 2020. Okay, welcome back, and if you've missed the show so far, you've missed a lot, so I'm not going to give you any backgrounds. So Anshika, I was wondering about like 5 years down the line, where do you see yourself? Because you've been in Sydney, and are you going to see yourself back in Sydney? That's what I'm wondering.
कहिलेकाहीँ लाइफमा चाहिँ म एकदमै गोल ओरिएन्टेड अनि एकदमै प्लान गरेर हिँड्ने मान्छे, तर कहिलेकाहीँ लाइफमा चाहिँ यस्तो सिचुएसन आउँदो रहेछ कि अब के गर्ने हुन्छ नि, अबको 1 वर्षमा अथवा अबको 2 वर्षमा के गर्ने भन्ने चाहिँ अलि त्यो स्ट्रङली कन्भिन्स नभएको थट्सहरू हुँदो रहेछ. सो आई क्यान नट सेयर एनिथिङ बिकज आई एम नट कन्भिक्टेड विथ माई ओन प्लान अहिले. But definitely I will be in Nepal for a year as Miss Universe Nepal. I want to stay in Nepal if I get or create any opportunity for myself.
So Aidila, you're in that transitional phase. Thank you for that very honest answer, I would say, because honesty is the best policy. I can't hold you responsible after 1 year for that. Okay, we'll leave it there. But then, okay, I won't get there. I'll ask you something else. So, अब मेमा हुँदाखेरिको लागि तयारीको कुरा त हामीले गऱ्यौँ र अहिलेसम्मको उहरू पनि भएन. अब अहिलेको यो जुन मिस अलिकति कन्ट्रोभर्सियल कुरा सोध्न गइरहेको छु हैन. You might, not want to answer that. But then यो जुन सँगै भइरहेको छ पेजेन्ट sort of like Miss Universe, a lot of people have this question कि पहिले Miss Nepal Hidden Treasure through नै Miss Universe हुन्थ्यो र अहिले यो this time around it was Nagma's gig and there were doubts which Nagma proved, which I'm really happy with on a personal level. So was there any confusion for you or for the contestants, or how was the reaction from the market or your family and friends because त्यसको authenticity को बारेमा अथवा what next भन्ने कुनै confusion थियो कि थिएन?
Not at all from my personal side, even from my family. I don't think anybody who participated in Miss Universe Nepal, they had any confusions because we are such strong, brave, bold, beautiful women. We know to do our homework before doing anything. So not from our end, but mediasहरुमा चाहिँ अलिकति मैले देखेको इन्टरभ्यूहरु दिन जाँदा फर्स्टमै बुझाउनु पर्छ मिस युनिभर्स नेपाल भनेको चाहिँ नयाँ इनिशिएटिभ हो हाम्रो नगमा दिको लिडरशिपमा भइरहेको ब्रेभ बोल्ड ब्युटिफुल अर्गनाइजेसनले गरिरहेको एउटा छुट्टै प्याजेन्ट हो अनि यहाँको विनरले चाहिँ मिस युनिभर्समा नेपाललाई रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्नुहुन्छ भनेर सो डेफिनेटली नट हाम्रो कन्टेस्टेन्ट र मेरो पर्सनल लेभलमा बट मिडियाहरुलाई चाहिँ बुझाउनु पर्ने जरुरी देखिरहेको छु अहिले मैले.
Okay. अब एउटै क्वेशन मात्र सोध्छु यसमा. So why Miss Universe, why not Miss World Nepal for you as an individual?
I have always been a follower of Miss Universe since a very early age. I used to see the women on that stage of Miss Universe, and I used to understand that woman as well. You know how much of hard work she has done to be on that stage. It is a very tough competition at the universe stage, and I wanted to, because I am a goal-oriented person and a very ambitious person, I wanted to put myself in a space where I had a lot to grow myself. And to be just on that stage, I have to work really, really hard. And I wanted to put myself on that state so that I would work hard myself and prove myself to myself.
Sure. Sansika, is there anyone that that you really look up to or admire in Nepali politics? Politics, the politician kai matra kura gardakheri, is there anyone that you would like? Okay, I'll make it a little easy for you. Even people who are not alive right now, Nepali politics ma bhayeka व्यक्ति, चाहे राज संस्थामा होस्, चाहे त्योभन्दा बाहिर होस्, तर कुनै point of time मा नेपालको राजनीतिको बागडोर सम्हालेका व्यक्ति that you really admire or you look up to, or maybe you feel that if they were here at this point of time, things would have been different भन्ने मनमा कहिलेकाहीँ लाग्छ. Because I think it's very obvious that अहिलेको नेपाली politics को कुरा गर्ने हो भने all of us are pretty much like don't even want to talk about it, but then we can run but we can't hide. It's affecting us, right? So would you want to pick up any character from the history, or even now that someone should take lead or change things? Anyone like that? Sure.
To be very honest, because I was somewhat detached from Nepal for 6 years, not living in Nepal itself. I'm not very proud of saying this, but I'm not involved, or I do not understand a lot regarding Nepalese politics. But I know a leader, Gagan Thapa. He's been working. I've heard about his work, and he works a lot with youth of Nepal, and he not only commands or not only shows his own opinions and ideas, but he also gets ideas from the youth of Nepal. So I think I admire that part of him.
Okay, great. So let's talk about the glamorous part then. Someone that you admire, I mean, like from the glamour field, anywhere across the world that you've always looked up to, and like you said, the competition is always with yourself, but we all have that someone that we would feel like, oh, I would love to be in that person's shoes. Anyone like that you've been following?
Sure, I'll talk about beauty pageants since I'm from that field. I really admire Nagma Shrestha because हाम्रो नेपालमा Miss Universe Nepal थिएन until 2017. She's the one who brought that pageant in Nepal. And she's been working so hard. I've heard her stories, and I know that she has worked a lot to get this pageant in Nepal. And now she's leading her own franchise of Miss Universe in Nepal, and that is very admirable and very inspiring as well.
Yeah, I'm so happy and proud to hear that, because she's been a colleague, and I've also seen her grow over a period of time, and she's very strong, very, very strong lady. Hats off to you, Nagma, on that note. And so let's talk about before we talk about anything else, maybe we need to go for a song. I guess this is because this is a musical program, so we'll probably need to go for one more song. So we're going to go for a song, but we're still in conversation with Miss Nepal Universe for now. Okay, welcome back. Stars on MOYC, that's what it is, and we have a star on MOYC today, Miss Nepal Universe 2020. Anshika Sharma is with us, and we are having a wonderful conversation with her today. We still have about 10 minutes or maybe a little less than that, so we're going to try and take every moment, but put it to the best of use. And if you want to call us up, in fact I was supposed to say that earlier, but then I forgot. I'm so sorry about that. You can still call us up, 4006533 and 4006534. Those are our numbers. But you really need to have a good reason to call us up, because I'm doing the talking here. So to take away the talking from me to you need to have a good reason for that. If you don't call us. Just kidding. Anyway, so have you ever had a very embarrassing moment that at any point of time in your life that अहिले पनि सोच्दाखेरि ला यस्तो भएको थियो त्यो बेला भन्ने कहिले छ, shareable or non shareable?
अघि पनि ठ्याक्कै क्वेसन सोध्नु भएको थियो मेरो दिमागमा, ला अब भन्नु पर्दैन होला, अब सक्छ होला भनेको त फेरि आयो। ठ्याक्कै मैले सोच्न सकिनँ, अघिदेखि नै म यसो रिकल गर्न खोजिरहेको छु, तर छैन भनौँ होला। टेक्स्टहरू गरिरहेको बेला एउटा मान्छेको सट्टा अर्कोलाई पठाउनु सानो त भइ नै रहन्छ, तर त्यो लाइफ टाइम भरि रिमेम्बर गर्नुपर्ने इम्बारेसिङ मोमेन्ट चाहिँ छैन।
त्यस्तो छैन। ओके, आउँदा पनि नहोस् हैन, कुनै दिन याद आयो भनेदेखि ला त्यो थियो नि मैले त इन्टरभ्यूमा भन्ने बिर्सेँ भन्ने चाहिँ भन्छ होला, then you can probably tell us then. Okay, so I'm sure there are a lot of youngsters watching us, and they probably followed you or the pageant, and then thought, okay, so want to be in her shoes, I want to be like her bhanneru hola. So to all those 17, 18, 16-year-old teenagers watching us, what is maybe like a couple of things that you want to tell them?
Okay, I really want to, this year of my reign, I really want to promote imperfectionism, because nobody is perfect, and don't try to be as well, because you make mistakes in life, and you also don't go for the opportunities that comes to your foot. Always be yourself, true to yourself, be the authentic you. I think that is the best version of yourself that you can be. Don't try to be perfect. I'm not, so you don't also need to try.
Wonderful. What is your weakness? I would want to know now.
My weakness has been for a longest of time self-doubt, and I've had a very hard time overcoming it, because I wanted to be that perfect woman that was in my vision. So I really had a hard time dealing with it. So if you just think that you are not perfect and you are happy the way you are, the self-doubt को कुराले हजुरलाई affect गर्दैन, त्यो कुरा चाहिँ मैले अहिले आएर बुझेँ.
How much of a spiritual person are you?
Very spiritual.
You said something like अघि कुन बेला conversation को दौरानमा जहाँ चाहिँ मलाई you're fairly spiritual भन्ने जस्तो feel भएको थियो. So life को philosophy भन्नु पर्दाखेरि then what is life to you?
Life is a beautiful journey, and it's about how you live each second of it. कहिलेकाहीँ एकदमै गाह्रो सिचुएसन्सहरू पनि आउँछ, एकदम ह्याप्पी सिचुएसन पनि आउँछ, दुईटैलाई कसरी ब्यालेन्स गर्नुहुन्छ, हुन्छ नि दुःखमा आत्तिने र सुखमा मात्तिने, त्यो टाइपको एउटा माइन्डसेट लिएर हिँड्नुभयो भने अलिकति दुःख नै हुन्छ होला. त्यही भएर एकदम ब्यालेन्स गरेर हिँड्नुपर्छ आफ्नो माइन्डलाई, आफ्नो बडीलाई, आफ्नो सोललाई. त्यो भयो भने चाहिँ लाइफमा आएको कुनै पनि च्यालेन्जेसमा नि मजा भेट्नुहुन्छ, कुनै पनि सुखमा पनि आतिनु अथवा मातिनु हुँदैन. सो त्यही नै हो लाइफ भनेको चाहिँ इच सेकेन्डलाई राम्रोसँग निहालेर एकदमै ब्रिथ गरेर चाहिँ लिनुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ.
ओके, शिवानी, हामीसँग किन आतिनु किन केलाई मातिनु भन्ने गीत छ भनेदेखि चाहिँ तयार गरेर राखिदियो होइन? छ? Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, that's the lyrics of a song written by my friend Naresh Patrai. The singer is my friend. The writer is my friend. And it's exactly what it is. Like you said, word by word, that reminded me of that song. So we would leave people with that song later on. Okay, so I just want to know from your side, because a lot of people get confused with being religious and being spiritual. What are the fundamental difference that you think is between being spiritual and being religious, or how much of religious you are in that sense, and how much of spiritual, like you said, you are spiritual, I know. So can you, would you like elaborate a little bit on that, your understanding?
I think it's the same thing. It's about believing in the greatest power. Religious ma चाहिँ हाम्रो different religion को different god and goddesses हुनुहुन्छ भने spirituality मा चाहिँ हामी हुन्छ नि मास्टरलाई फलो गर्छौँ, जसले हाम्रो युनिभर्स क्रिएट गर्नुभयो. तर एट द एन्ड अफ द डे, एट द एन्ड अफ द वर्ल्ड इट्स द सेम थिङ नि त होइन. हामीले बिलिभ गर्ने त एउटा सोर्स हो नि त. सो एउटै कुरा हो, तर रिलिजन चाहिँ डिफ्रेन्ट हुन्छ नि, डिफ्रेन्ट अब हिन्दुइजम बुद्धिज्म हुँदै गएर डिभाइड भएर गड एन्ड गडेसेस फरक पर्नुभयो, जसलाई हामीले वर्सिप गर्छौँ उहाँ फरक पर्नुभयो. तर
फेभरेट गड or goddess?
The universe who created us.
I'm looking Miss Universe like you know, oh yeah, that's when I thought that you were spiritual, because you said, you know, you want the whole universe to be in your side. And that wasn't the word exactly that you used, but that manifestation was the word that you used. Yeah, okay. We're almost towards the end of the show, but then I'm really hoping that you're not gonna throw this back at me. The dumbest question that you've ever got in an interview. Don't pick up any questions that I asked. Not allowed at all. But are they like, nah, just kidding.
No,
so that
very question fun having, being interviewed by you.
Okay.
It was all fun questions. Nothing too serious. So thank you very much.
But
I felt very comfortable.
No, not my dumbest question. So anyone else's dumbest question that you've ever been asked, not maybe in an interview, but then there are dumb questions that people ask, don't they? Come on, you can't be too diplomatic. You've been really, really honest with one answer I can give you on that, but rest you've been fairly diplomatic, to be very honest. That's what I have analyzed. Yeah. But then one very, like, you felt, oh come on, is this a question? Come on, you're like on top of the world when you win, right? Exactly. But then like something like that, a dumb question that you think like that was tough.
अलिकति personal questions सोधिनु हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ अलिकति why do you want to know जस्तो हुन्छ. Maybe it's about my relationship or you know त्यस्तो कुराहरू चाहिँ अलिकति not very comfortable, but I want to speak the truth जस्तो लाग्छ. अलिकति नसोधेको भए चाहिँ I wouldn't be in that हुन्छ नि zone भनेर spot भनेर.
I was so sure that I was not going to ask you anything personal. I'd never do. I refrain myself from doing that because you don't want to, you know, get into people's personal stuff. You're not here as a person, you're here as a celebrity anyway. So I'm going to ask you celebrity questions. Okay, so this sort of brings us to the end of this show. So people are still watching us. So anything that you would want to say to anybody out there on an individual level, everyone watching us, please, the camera is all yours.
Well, I always start my greetings by saying that thank you very much. I'm very grateful for all your love and support that you're still showing me, and I would like to request you all to always keep on supporting me throughout my journey of Miss Universe. Also, I talked a little bit about not being perfect, so please do keep that in mind, that you are who you are, and you don't always try to be a perfect person, because that is going to create a lot of tension in your head, so you don't want that.
Very true. In fact, if you get yourself to kind of fall in love with the little imperfections that you have in yourself, then you become perfect obviously,
Right.
because those all little imperfections make us one a perfect person. I feel, right? Because we're all different in our own ways. On that note, thank you so very much for joining us. It was a pleasure talking to you, and we wish you all the best for Miss Universe.
Thank you so much. I really had a very fun conversation with you, and
Thank you.
for inviting.
Thank you. Bye bye. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.